Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So today we're going to do a well-requested video about alcohol inks. Now, I love using art supplies in ways that they're not intended or maybe not sold for. If you're familiar with alcohol inks, they're to be used on a glossy surface, a metal surface, that kind of thing, glass, non-porous surface. Um, and so I like, I've been doing my art dolls, my odd girl quilts, and I'm obsessed with making my own fabric. I've been loving using the Fabric Creations by Plaid, been using it, fantastic. But I have tons of muslin sitting around, and I want to make different different kind of fabrics. So let me show you these two things I got going on. And this is a piece of muslin fabric. It is not washed, it's not anything. It is just cut, and you can see the great effect that you get. And I just use different colors, but of course you can do more muted colors, more, whatever you want. So that's one thing. And then, of course, delicious aluminum foil. And look at this. Look how gorgeous that is. Look at that. Love it, love it, love it. So I'm going to show you also, let's see here, make sure it's dry. I just have some orange cardstock, and as you can see, I have over here, it's sparkly, some Mod Podge sparkle on this side, and on this other side, I have hard coat by Mod Podge. Mod Podge has a million different, I'm exaggerating, not a million, but many different kinds of Mod Podges, and you guys have been asking me to do a small video on all the different kinds. So that'll be coming up. But you can see this is the hard coat, and then this is the sparkle. Now, you guys have been asking me, there's sparkle, and then there's one other kind. It is extreme glitter. Now, I didn't use that on here. This is the sparkle, but of course you can use the extreme glitter. You can use it whenever you want. So we're going to play for a second. So all I did, I'm going to show you this. This is this before. I'm going to set this aside. I have a piece of foil here to use just to show you, because you want to make sure that it dries all the way before you do this. Now, this is a cheap, inexpensive foil I got at the dollar store. You can buy it at the dollar store. I like to have it in my art room for when I'm doing dolls and that kind of thing, or with polymer clay. But this is a thin one, so you want to be a little careful. It doesn't necessarily rip. It's not a big deal if it does, but so this is the shiny side. You're going to get a little glare from my camera. I'm sorry, but I will lift it up, and I'll try to work over here. I don't know. Let's see if I can move that back just a little bit for now. Okay, so you can see I have a million colors on there. So I'm just going to start. Use whatever colors you have, and I'm going to dot it like this. Very simple. And you see it running. This stuff's gorgeous. And of course, you can always do, I'm going to put some yellow next to the blue. And when that mixes, what color are we going to get? Green. So I'm just doing my little drops. Some red. And one drop will do you. You don't have to do too many. And then I'm going to show you what else you can do. Now, they do sell a alcohol blending solution, which is not as strong as regular alcohol, which is what I use. If you have that, of course, use that. Why not? I just have the 91% alcohol that you get at your local, pharmacy or what have you. So, that's all I'm going to use, and a dropper that you can get at your local pharmacy as well. Just ask the pharmacist people in the pharmacy, and they should be able to give you one. Or some people have a bunch. You can buy them off Amazon. Maybe you can do a trade, or somebody will do a random act of kindness. I love putting those in my random acts of kindness and stuff like that, because they always come in handy for paint and everything, and I use them for everything. Okay, so I think you got my drift there. Look how beautiful. It looks like it's a bunch of balloons. And I get so many requests for different alcohol ink things. So this is one, and then I'm going to have another cool one coming up, which I'm so excited to do. And yeah, so, okay. So this is what you would do. Next, I'm going to do on a piece of fabric. What did I do with my fabric piece? I had it sitting here. Okay. And this is just your regular piece of, cotton muslin. Well, that's it. So I'm going to set this aside for a memento. And then I'm just going to take, like I said, I did different colors there so you can see, but obviously you can do, whatever you want. I'm just going to drop, and this is all I do. Okay. You can see. Little, if you just touch it with the tip of it, it gets, you can have the smaller little drips. And I'm just going and putting it around. Now you can see those are more muted, which is fine, but I am going to do, try to grab this green back here, this like neon green, which is called lettuce, I think. Nope, citrus. My bad. And I'm just dripping. And I'll do, and you can see they're muted, you know what I mean? But you know what I'm going to do? I want to do a little bit of purple just to bring that up because that's a beautiful, see, I love this. This is like a colorway that I absolutely love, but because we're playing, we're just going to add just a couple. You don't have to add tons, just a couple. And then we'll add a little red just because I love how bright and beautiful the red looks. And that's just going to be a dot there, a dot there. And if you see any areas that are like really, empty, okay, just going to play like that. And then maybe just one blue right there because that's what I want. Okay, see, just a little stray blue. And then I'm going to take my alcohol. I'm going to take my dropper. I'm going to take a little bit, just the littlest bit, and I'm going to just drop at the intersections. And what that's going to do is it's going to bring the colors together so they blend very nicely. You'll see. Takes a second, not too long. And what happens is, look at that. Now, I can see right here, I don't have any color because there was like a little fold there that wasn't working with my good. So I'm going to take a little bit of plum and just make it go there. And if you want that muted out a little bit more, you can do that. Like I said, I just do the edges, but you can do whatever you want. You could even put, if you're like, oh, that's not dark enough or whatever, you definitely can do that. So I'll think you get the drift. So that is I'm going to leave that sit for a second because that is going to take a second and it'll continue to, go out. Now look on what happens. I'm going to take this piece of paper and it this way. And I'm just going to lay it. And you see that coming through. And use a regular piece of, whatever you have. It's going to help soak up some of that color and alcohol, obviously. And then you have a piece of paper that's already started for mixed media. All right. And you can see. Look at that. That would be a great, and like I said, if you keep it muted, and it will lighten up a little bit as it dries, so keep that in mind. Now I'm going to take, that might be dry now too. Let's do both. See, this is a little sticky still, and this one isn't. So that's how you'll know when it's completely dry. So now I'm just going to take a little bit, just the littlest bit, and I'm going to hold it up here, and I'm going to drop. And you're going to see, and I don't care where it drops, and you can do your thing there. I don't necessarily care where it drops. Let me see. I'm going to do it on the other one too, just so you can see. See, it's hard to see. I'll move that over. Yeah. And it's just spreading it around a little bit. And then I'm going to move this for a second and move this back so you can see it. And then let's drip, 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 drip. And you see how it starts moving it around, and oh, delish. And you can touch it as well, you know. Okay. So I think you get my drift. And you see how beautiful that looks. And then look at this one. Look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Now, you know, I would cut these out and use this as a dress on one of my quilts. You can use it in your art journal page. You can use it for a million things. Now, something cool is the, this is the Sparkle Mod Podge, and this is the hard coat. Now, these are just 2 out of a million that they have, like I said, and I will be doing a video on, you know, a few at a time. But as you can see, these are dry, they're glossy, and you can go ahead and we'll do blue. I'm going to put a couple drops of blue on here, and you can see it doesn't spread. I'm going to do it on the hard coat. It spreads a little bit better on the hard coat because it's glossy, as you can see it running. Over here, and then I'm going to do a little yellow just so it blends. But what I love about the sparkle is, now this is orange paper, obviously it's cardstock, so the yellow isn't going to show up as good, but you know, because it's orange cardstock. All right, so let's do, I should have done this on white paper. I know, but I didn't. Now they also have these mixatives. This is gold that you also can use that have really cool colors. Then if you want to use your alcohol ink, your regular alcohol to make it go. Now you can, I know I'm going to be asked, can I put the alcohol down first? And you can, but what it's going to do, let's do purple because the color, but this side's looking gorgeous and I'll hold it up for you in a second. You can do that and then drip, right? Now, if you have a makeup sponge or a piece of felt, you definitely can, you know, kind of pat this all together. I don't necessarily like to do that because I make a mess because I'm not a light patter, if that makes sense. But watch, I'm gonna just touch it. You see it, watch. I'm just touching it on there. The more, of course, it's gonna run. And then what I like to do, and this is so fun and it's so forgiving and you don't have to worry too much. Okay. So I do that, put the rest of that in there. And then what I like to do is make it run. Run, run. And you see, let me hold this up. And that's the hard coat. And like I said, you really can go nuts and get it everywhere. And then that's the sparkle. But I love it because the sparkle, I don't know how well you're going to see this. The sparkle comes out of the alcohol ink, but it colors it in a sense. Do you see what I'm saying? Look at that. So you have all that fantastic sparkle. Oh, oh gosh. So this is just delicious. Now, again, you can, you know, you can spread it around, do whatever. Take a piece of fabric if you want. And like here's the one we just did. And it's almost dry. This is the one I did that's already dry. It only takes a few seconds to dry. I love it. But you can definitely take fabric and pat it down so it's more, you know, modeled, I guess is the word. I like, and of course, go back in with more colors, you know. Here's like a green. Obviously on the white paper, yes, I know, it'll be a little better. I wasn't thinking, it happens, but something I do like to do again is take your piece of paper and just give it a nice pat. You see all that absorbing up? And then lift it up. Yeah. And you see that? Look how pretty. So you're getting more, you know, on your next art journal page or mixed media project, whatever. And you still get, look at that. We get all this great look. So there's a lot of things you can do. Okay, so let's wrinkle this up. And I will show you. All I did was then I took this and I kind of just lightly, I didn't do too hard. You can do a harder ball if you want, but because this is a thinner aluminum foil and not heavy duty, it has a tendency to rip when you're opening it. So just take a minute and, you know, have a little patience, which I don't have, but here we go. Here we go. Oh yeah. And look, it's almost like jewel-like, right? Look how gorgeous. Look at that. I love it. And you can straighten it out more if you want. If you want to crumble it a little bit more, by all means. Let's crumble. Let's crumble this one really hard and see what happens. Like, crumble it to like, okay? You see what I'm saying? All right, let's watch this will rip. It's still a little sticky because I didn't have it dry all the way. Make sure you let it dry all the way because you end up ripping it. Believe me, my mistakes can be your lesson. And I make a lot. But that's how you find, you know, fun things to do. Come on. I crumpled it so good that I can't even figure out how to open it. What the heck? All right, here we go. All right, baby. All right, all right, all right, all right. There we go. Oh, okay, that's not bad at all. But I am ripping it, you see. And that's all right. I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to use it to my advantage because if I glue it anywhere, see what happens? Like you go to pull it, you don't be gentle, it rips. But you can see the jewel tones as well. Look at that. Look how gorgeous that is. Same with this. It's almost like, think of it like a candy wrapper, right? Or a gum wrapper. See how gorgeous they come out? The colors? I mean, it just really intensifies them. It's really gorgeous. Now, something, you know, to do with these. You're like, oh, what am I going to do? Okay, you can, if you're making journals, use it on a journal. You want to do an ATC card. I know this video is getting very long, but one more second. Let me just show you. Let's pretend that it's obviously not dry yet, the alcohol, but let's pretend like this is our ATC card. I did not measure it. ATC cards are 2.5 inches by 3.5. This obviously is not, but I just want to show you. So you take your ATC, your blank ATC card, your art journal page, whatever it is, and then pick the pieces that you want. And you know what? These pieces that, like, say some of them rip off or whatever, save them, put them in a little baggie or something, because then you just glue them on. And then all you'll do for a background, or you can do blues and do a sky. Oh God, it's so much you can do. But look, right? You put glue down, you do your thing, but then you start having this great background. So then you can put on top of here. Now you can see here, there's pieces missing. So you can go and then just take more and you just glue that on there. Obviously put glue underneath, put white school glue, Mod Podge, whatever you have. I know a lot of you don't have Mod Podge, and I get that. So use what you have. And then you can see there's more. You can, you know, and you see you have this. So then you get like great stickers. Like you can get butterflies, you can get flowers, you can do a lot of things like that. And you have a background for an ATC card, and it is gorgeous. Just make sure you glue it down. So that's all for this video. I have other videos coming up that I'm just all excited that we're gonna do, and you know, this makes me, I mean, I can just sit here all day and just be like, yeah, sparkles. And this is a milder one, right? Because I didn't wrinkle it as much. Now this one I wrinkled more. You can see on the back the difference. But look at that, gorgeous. It's like jewels. Oh, it's delicious. And it just shines. Oh my goodness. Okay. So there is one use for your alcohol inks. And if you know, have some and you want to play, by all means, you know, you get a lot of product in here. I do have other ways to make alcohol inks. I've also been asked how to use different products. I have many videos on my channel, but I have a lot of new subscribers, and a lot of you want, you know, newer updated videos. I'm cool with that. I don't mind. So I'll be doing those as well. But you get a lot of product in here. So, you know, if you just want to kind of do your, you know, your muted colors, or just write down. I have papers everywhere. I can't find any of them after I write it, but I like to write down colors that go together that you might not think would, or what they do. And this is just definitely one of those, you know, one of those things. And like I said, this is going to make a beautiful dress for my art doll, odd doll that I am doing. So I'm very excited about that. And I'll show you that when it's done. But yeah, so I have a lot of great things coming up, you know, the requests, and also I hope you'll like them. And, you know, as always, if you like my videos, please subscribe and click that like button. The subscribe button is down below. The little bell next to it, click it. You'll get notified when I upload. And share me around so other people can find me. I appreciate that greatly. Yeah, and I'm just so excited. I can just go in for hours on here. Now, I do want to start doing live shows. You guys have been requesting like crazy, so I'm hoping to get that up and going. I got my live stream kind of, you know, up and going, but I have to figure out like not my lighting, but my filming, like my picture when I'm doing it is very fuzzy still. It's not very clear like when I record, so I don't quite know what that's about. So I'm trying to figure that out. And yeah, that is it. So as always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. Keep your eyes out for many more all kinds of fun things to do with the alcohol inks and the Mod Podge and acrylic paint and fabric and just so many things. And I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.